3rd, 2020. We stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Right hand of your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
Yes, Mayor. Quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority.
Okay, so before we get started, I want to make a note regarding public participation. Members of the public can access the meetings live online with audio and limited video at www.facebook.com, City of Inglewood, although there is a 15-second delay, and on Spectrum Cable Channel 35, where there is no delay. Now, to be assured of your ability to give public comment, you must go down to Community Room A at Inglewood City Hall, which is located at 1 Manchester Boulevard in Inglewood, California, nearest the intersection of La Brea and Queen. Now, we do have an option to participate telephonically and submit public comments. However, that is not guaranteed. We've experienced technical difficulties and people have been confused in using this interface. So while this is optional, it is not guaranteed that you'll be able to give public comment this way. We're giving it as a potential option, but to be sure to give public comment real time, you must go to Community Room A of Inglewood City Hall, where we have a real-time simultaneous communication link between the council chambers and Community Room A. So hopefully we've made that very clear. Now the dial-in number is 1-877-369-5243 or 1-617-668-3633, or either number. The access code is 0155690 pound. Access code is 0155690 pound. And the access number will be on your screen. But again, it is not guaranteed that you'll be able to give public comment this way. Okay, public comment. Any persons wishing to address the Inglewood City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority on any item on today's agenda may do so at this time.
Mayor?
Yes?
There is a public comment that we received in the city clerk's office.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to read it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's in regards to SPH 1, and it's coming from Pernell Jones, and it reads, "Good morning. Thank you for considering my comment. I'm in support of using HUD Cares grant funds to keep people housed during this challenging time. One area that may be a blind spot is the recommendation to schedule delinquent refuse and sewer account for direct property tax assessment. If residents who are delinquent fall within the limited clientele table of being low income, perhaps the city should make a way for those homeowners to get their past due accounts cleared before going to the next phase of tax assessments. Has there been a study of the residents who are delinquent? Would this not fall under the spirit of the grant homelessness prevention and supporting families in need? Respectfully submitted, Pernell Jones."
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Operator, are there any comments?
There are no people dialed into the speaker's line, into the attendees line.
See no persons in Community Room A. Now, item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Move allow payment of the bills.
Madam Clerk.
Council members, successor agency members, and housing authority members, Dotson, Padilla, Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye. Consent calendar, items 2 through 6.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. SPH 1.
Staff report requesting that a public hearing be set to schedule delinquent refuse and sewer accounts for direct property tax assessment.
Move 1 through 3.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Set a public hearing for any protests on July 21st, 2020 at 2 p.m. SPH 2.
Staff report requesting that a public hearing be set to receive public comments and take final action on a proposed substantial amendment to the fiscal year 2019-20 annual action plan to reallocate current program funds from projects activities that did not expand projected funds and to allocate supplemental funding from U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development under the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Recovery Act to address the impacts of the coronavirus on the city of Inglewood.
Set the public hearing for June 30th, 2020 at 2 p.m. A1.
Thank you, Mayor. No oral reports from the city attorney's office.
CM1.
Thank you, Mayor. There's no oral reports from the city manager's office.
CC1.
No report, Mayor. Thank you.
Councilman Franklin nominates and I appoint Cheryl Shaw Williams to the Planning and Zoning Commission.
I concur.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Public comments. Any persons wishing to address City Council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered on the agenda may do so at this time. 1 minute. Madam Operator, are there any persons in queue waiting to make public comment?
There are no persons who have dialed into the call.
All right. There are no persons down in Community Room A. Mayor and council remarks. Councilman Dodson.
Thank you, Mayor. On Friday, June 19th, the mayor and I had the honor of being invited to an outdoor celebration for Mrs. Rosetta Smith, her 90th birthday party. She's better known as Mother Rose to the 78th Place Block Club. Everyone had a wonderful time. What a blessing. I want to invite all of you to my annual shredding event. It's Saturday, September the 12th, so mark your calendars. Saturday, September the 12th at 9 to 12 noon. Let's don't do like last year. Last year, we had people getting in line at 12 o'clock. The truck will leave at 12:05. So please come and be there between 9 and 12 so we can get your shredding done. All right, and that's at the Police Community Center, B3, 2901 West Manchester Avenue. Now, I've been receiving a lot of calls from people about the fireworks. We do have an ordinance here in Inglewood about the fireworks. Only safe and sane you can use. And there's a fine if you get caught with the illegal ones. And that's $500. Now, if you got $500 to throw away, that's fine. But your neighbors don't want to hear all that noise. Some of these people are sleeping, and have respect for other people in the area. Let's honor one another and not shoot the fireworks, not the illegal kind. Last thing I'd like to say is I want everybody to realize that we're still under this virus. There are certain things you can do to help all of us. So let's be safe, and don't forget to wear our masks and wash your hands regularly. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Padilla.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to piggyback a little bit, the fireworks, we're all getting calls. All these fireworks are illegal. They're already illegal in Inglewood. So folks call and say, hey, you guys gotta do something to make it illegal to have these fireworks right now. They already are illegal. So, that's already in place. We do have an anonymous line if you want to call in for the fireworks, and that's 310-412-4333. Another thing to remember, this 4th of July, we are not issuing any street closures. So folks, you cannot block the streets and have your big parties and put your barbecues and jumpers and tables in the street. Do not do that. You will be told to take them off the street. So don't go, rent a bouncer and put it in the street and then make us try to come out and look like the bad guys. We're letting folks know we are not issuing any street closures. You also cannot block the sidewalks. So don't put your barbecues, tables, and chairs on the sidewalks. We have to leave those accessible for folks with wheelchairs, baby strollers, just people to use the sidewalks, period. Also, do not use your cars to block the ends of the intersections because you're just gonna use your own barricade system, which is the car. That's not good either, because if the paramedics, an ambulance, the police department, the firefighters need to get through, and you've got cars blocking the end of the street, that's gonna create a disaster. So please, please don't do that. No street closures, keep your sidewalks clear. If you're gonna celebrate on the 4th of July proper, do it on your property. Let's be considerate of all our neighbors. Those folks that are lighting these illegal fireworks, the baboon stuff, quit it. It's not doing any good for your neighbors, for folks suffering through PTSD, for their animals, their pets, their dogs. Let's just keep it down. Let's be the beautiful Inglewood that we know we are. Let's continue to do that. With that, I thank you and have a great week.
Councilman Franklin?
I think both of my colleagues did an outstanding job.
No, I didn't
Excuse
skip
me.
you. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. Go ahead, Councilman. Go ahead.
I have the floor.
Go ahead, Councilman Franklin.
I have the floor.
Go
I
ahead.
have the
Go ahead.
floor.
No, you don't.
I have the
Councilman Franklin,
floor.
go ahead.
So I want to thank all my council members before me that addressed the issues of concerns, which is quality of life issues concerning the fireworks. All of them, as you stated, are illegal, and justice will be done to them for those that get caught in possession of them as well. I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you again, council members, for allowing for 17 years Commissioner Terry Coleman to serve on the Planning and Zoning Commission. And thank you for embracing the new commissioner for District 4, which is Cheryl Shaw Williams, the daughter of Dr. Ernest Shaw and Lorraine Shaw. And on that note, everyone, please be safe. I want to personally thank my family for Father's Day celebration. My immediate family came to the house. We had a great time to fellowship, and hopefully all the fathers enjoyed their day of celebration as well. On that note, everyone be safe. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, City Hall has been fully reopened. We have a setup where we have social distancing to allow people into the facility. We are temperature testing everyone that comes in. And a couple weeks ago when I spoke about fireworks, my colleagues let me know that it may have given people the impression that I don't think it's a big deal. What I was trying to get across was that it's time for some of us to grow up. This has been going on in Inglewood for decades, starting fireworks sometime around April or May, and not being done with until August, sometime September. And I was, on Father's Day, my niece-in-law was with me with her baby. And the impact that these cherry bombs have on babies is incredible. And so I'm going to make it clear to everyone that this is a very serious issue. And there are people that suffer from PTSD, as Councilman Padilla noted, and there are just people that want to have peace and tranquility. And so we have instructed our police officers, when people call, if we can identify a location where they're setting off these bombs, some of them sound like rocket mortars, that they're going to knock on the door. You know, they're not going to be abusive. They're not going to be improper in their demeanor, but they are going to say they've received a complaint, and they're going to ask the homeowner to make sure it doesn't happen again. And where we can, we will issue fines, because it is really, really out of control. And with that, we're adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.